Hi, Miss Deb here, and today I'm going to talk about architecture. Architecture is the design of the buildings that are created by architects. Architects are people who design buildings, structures, uh, bridges, even roller coasters. Anything that needs structure, they build it. First, I'm going to show you some famous architectures around the world. The first one was Eiffel Tower, and this is Taj Mahal, which is in India and is a very famous mausoleum. It's all made out of white marble, and there are precious stones in its walls. This is the tallest building in the world. It's called Burj Khalifa. It is in Middle East. You can see it is so tall, the other multi-story buildings are dwarfed next to it. This is St. Basil's Cathedral in Moscow, Russia. You can notice that onion domes and how colorful it is. Most of the Western architectures are based on Greek architecture, which is very, very ancient. Most of the important buildings in US or in Europe are based on this Greek type of architecture. If you go notice any of them closely, you will see they have pillars like them, and they have certain kind of names depending on their design. The plain pillars are called Doric. If you look at the top, it's very plain. And the second one is like a scroll at the top, which is called Ionic. You can tell them which kind is what by looking at the top of the pillars. And the third one is called Corinthian, which is really, really fancy design at the top. So most of the buildings will have this kind of pillars in the Western cultures. Now I'm going to show you other kinds of buildings that you can see around in different countries. First, there are castles. Even the Disney World castles are based on the castles found in Europe. This is a famous building called Falling Waters by Frank Lloyd Wright. This is the Guggenheim Museum in New York, where it's a museum where you can start from the top and comes down round and round and round, and you can land up at the bottom of the building. After that, I'm going to show you some different kind of architectural types that is found in different kinds of countries. First, it is the temple architecture in India, then the pagoda, and then I'm going to show you the ancient stadium in Rome called Colosseum, and this is the modern stadium called Bird's Nest in Beijing. It was used in Olympics. And here are some fun modern architectures. Just look at them. This one is looking like as if it is falling down and is leaning against the rest of the building, but it was designed like that. You can also design roller coasters. Aren't they fun? And then I'm going to show you some Austin landmarks. So these are some buildings in Austin, and this is the famous Pennebaker Bridge in Austin too. But what we are going to do is we are going to design our very simple, our own homes that we live in. So here are some very standard homes that everybody kind of can see around Austin. So when you do a drawing, it kind of looks like that. It has to be done with pencil first. All architects start with that. First they start with pencil drawing. It's called rendering. And then they start a little bit of painting to show shadows and where the trees are and the people are. So you're going to use rulers, pencils, and eraser first. Ruler is a must. So you have to draw all your lines with ruler. So I'm here drawing a regular single family home that you can see in and around Austin. So first I drew the base of the house. and then the sides, and then I'm going to draw the line for the roof, and I'm going to make a triangle roof. So yeah, you can see that I'm using rulers for all the straight lines, and you need to do that too. Here I'm trying to draw the front door, which I'm planning to be right in the middle of the front of the house, and I'm going to make a really, really tall door. You'll notice that I'm using the ruler for all the straight lines. Now there is my front door. I'm making the chimney now. Oh, I thought I will make some front porch and do the steps, but after, so this is a step is a pretty tricky because it has to stick out in the front. So you need to pay close attention to how I am drawing the steps in the front of the house. I'm using the ruler to draw horizontal lines, and can you see the step side of the steps? That's how you need to do steps in case you want to do steps. Oh, I decided to get rid of the porch because I thought it was taking away from the beauty of the steps. So I erased it all and I made my windows same on both sides with curtains showing up. And then I added the bushes, and now I'm adding a tree to the side. You will see on the side there is like the horizon line. Don't forget your horizon line. And in front of the steps there is a pathway that is becoming bigger, wider and wider as it comes to the bottom of the page. That's how you show distance. So now I'm done drawing, and I'm going to outline it with Sharpie right now. And for Sharpie also I'm going to use rulers because I want all the straight lines to be really, really crisp. In architecture, it's absolutely necessary when you're rendering a building design. Now when I am doing here a common like a house, single family home, but you can make your design anything you want. You can design a bridge, you can design a structure, you can make your house even look like something fun, like maybe a cupcake or a dragon. It's totally up to you. But my house kind of looks like a house. But if you want to make your house look like something fun, but don't forget the windows and the door, those architectural elements have to be there. Otherwise, it will not be a house, would it? Maybe you can have design a swimming pool inside your home, or a helipad on top of the roof. It's totally up to you. Now that I'm done with the staircase, so I'm going to add a little bit of detail on the bushes with crayons, so it will stand out and look different from the actual building. Today I'm not going to color it, I'm just outlining and showing you where all the details are. Now I'm doing the flagstones for the pathway. Happy creating! I hope you enjoy making your own architecture.